Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, when it comes to our this ordinary life, most of people have a great challenge to maintain their life without getting hurt. And when it comes to hurt, physical hurt and psychological hurt. So more than the physical hurt, psychological hurt is more strong and powerful. And to protect from this hurt or the pain, we try to develop many activities. We try to build up many walls. But still, if you don't understand that from where this start, where the beginning point. So whatever the walls you build, whatever the protection you get, still somebody going to smash and destroy that everything and going to hurt you. So then it is better you look yourself how we get hurt, especially psychologically, why, mentally, why we get hurt. So we get hurt, the main reason we have a self-image, ourselves. When somebody not agree with that self-image, our self-image, then we get hurt. Another thing is, sometimes when other people knowingly or unknowingly, they attack to our self-image, then that also we get hurt. So as example, that I have a PhD. So then if somebody, if I depending on that, if I live with that PhD and telling, oh, I have this, and if I try to bring my self-centered ideas related to the PhD that I have, then someday somebody can tell me, you are an idiot. Means if somebody say I'm an idiot, maybe that person don't know I have a PhD, or maybe that person knows. And really that person think I'm an idiot. But how I going to get hurt? Not because of the words, because the words appear and disappear. The people also appear and disappear. But how I going to get hurt? Because other person said I'm idiot. Because I compare my self-image related to the PhD to an idiot. Then I get hurt. So like that, deeply, most of us, we have a self-image. Even as monks, and we can build up a self-image. Even as people, teacher, chairman, any field, doctor, any whatever you do, engineer, whatever, you can build up a self-image, and then you can work for that to maintain it. Then it become a life, then the life become a struggle. So from the conventional life, they teach us, they school us, they cultured us to maintain this self-image. Look, when you have the self-image, what is happening? That self-image start to collect the memory related to that self-image. And that's why you keep collecting memory related to you. And then what happened, knowingly or unknowingly, it's like somebody can pinch a balloon and blow out. And then somewhere, suddenly, even these material things can hurt you. And maybe somebody can pinch the balloon and then you go out of the control. So then you have to look deeply rather than that covering up that self-image, because mostly what's happening when we want to protect that self-image, we build up walls and we become isolate. We don't want to involve in with something. Why? Because I am more comfortable with the self-image. And then I become more isolate. And then I feel lonely. That loneliness again increase the hurt. And now you mentally, your memory, that whatever you accumulated, it hurt you. Another thing is the loneliness hurt you. So this all self-created. Then how you can get out of this? By medicine, you cannot do it. Even by practicing meditation itself, just yourself chanting something, you cannot do it. Why? Because the defilement, formations is there. If you don't take out the self-centered idea or the mind, and sometimes visualizing something, or do you think just by thinking positive ways you can get out of? No. And follow these 7 secret steps. It doesn't work. And especially during this with this media, social medias, a lot of people mentally get hurt. Psychological people get hurt. Why? Because of more than any other time, people build up self-image. And everybody try to maintain their self-image through social medias. When in the morning, that's why a lot of people get depressed, and even themselves get depressed sometimes. Early morning, sometimes when you look at the news feeding, and everybody's all the good things you see, and when maybe you disappointed. And then you try to find something to put. And then what happened? You have to maintain it. And you live in that with self-image. And then it becomes a struggle. And then psychologically you drain. Your energy you lose. Your freedom you lose. And sometimes it go more deeper. And then that the psychological stressful environment and effect for your immune system. Then you physically become weak. Physically become weak means you don't have any energy. You don't feel anything to do. So this all come out of the self-image. And naturally, you start to collect all the things around you as a memory. So see, when something happens suddenly, and sometimes that it's kind of like a tape recorder. Some people, 10, 20 years, each and every incident, they remembered. And they live with it. See how much energy you need to be with that. And why you keep collecting the past memory and whatever other people did or said or like that? And in the future, what will happen? You're going to get more hurt. And sometimes people, as a security deposit, as a security deposit, they keep the hurtful memories. And when somebody did something knowingly or unknowingly, when somebody did something wrong, or maybe you got hurt, and then you said, okay, remember, I keep remember this. I never going to forget this. So you are the one who got hurt. Now you're going to deposit it as a memory. Then what will happen? While you remember it, what will happen? Psychologically, you experience the same situation every day. Maybe while you're sleeping, you dream. Why people go to sleep? Just to sleep. But there, your memory come and play the role and all the dreams. So then by sleeping, you get hurt. So then what you have to do? The very important thing that you have to understand, and little by little, get out of the self-image. Get out of your own self-image. That self-image can come in different ways. And because of your physical structure, it can be a self-image. Your educational level, it can be a self-image. Whatever the position can hold your self-image. So then you have to slowly understand how you can get out of this self-image. So the very first thing that you have to know, see in yourself in which field that you hold the self-image. When you try to introduce yourself, what is come first? I am this, I am that. When you introduce yourself, or mostly in your mind, how you recognize you, look at that. So that is the point that you have to point out. And then slowly remember and start to recognize that because of that position that you hold in your mind, you are the one who's stuck there. So then you have to see, if you get out of the self-image, you are the one who going to be free. It is going to be more profitable for you. That's how you have to start to think. Because if you think, if you get out of the self-image that it is good for other people, you're not going to do it. The same like, because it's kind of like a self-centered mind we already develop. It's same like when you take out something from a child, suddenly if the child holds something valuable and you afraid to, afraid this child will break it. So maybe you slowly give something unvaluable to that child hand, take that other one out of it. So same like in the beginning, now you build up the self-centered mind and put to value on you. Now you depending on that. Then suddenly right away you cannot take it out. So the very first thing that you have to do, because of this self-centered mind, you cannot grow, you cannot become a better person. Because of your own self-image, you become unsuccessful person and you are the one who get hurt. So start to look like that, and then from there, and see if you don't get hurt, what is the benefit that you get? If you not hold it to a position, maybe what will happen to you? And you get the freedom to yourself. and see all the benefit around it. And then the third step is, whenever, whatever you do your best. So if you able to perform these three activities, slowly what will happen? The strength of the self-image going to slowly divert to something else. That rather than hurt, you divert it to self-satisfaction. So that self-satisfaction is kind of like contentment. That is the one of the foundation for your spiritual path. So once you feel self-satisfaction, you don't feel lonely. So when you don't feel lonely, when you don't feel psychologically, mentally you are hurt, so you settle down. And in that very moment, your entire nerve system, your body, your mind, everything become naturally comfortable. That comfort is very important. Because otherwise, if deeply you are hurt, wounded, you cannot go this journey. That's why through the samatha meditation, tranquility meditation, it heals this wound. And it heals that all the pain. And then you go to the vipassana. So then yourself start the journey and get out of the self-image. And remember, even it doesn't matter you not that you are not focusing to vipassana practice, but still in day-to-day life, to have a comfortable life, at least to get out of the pain yourself, hurt yourself, get out of the self-image. So the self-image lead you to collect memory. When you have collect memory and then you keep repeating it. Another thing is self-image always push you to achieve to something. It develops the resistance. And it can become for a monk also. And you become a monk and then you want to be the high priest. Then you want to be the high priest. And then you, after you die, even you looking for another place to be a monk. That's how. And even in conventional life, that's why people like to go to heaven. Why you want to go to heaven? What you going to do there? See, all the plans with the self-centered. See that how from this life it project that the image to next life. So this all come out of the self-image that you, when you put value and hold it to yourself with the egocentric or self-centered mind. The main part is get out of the hurt, because it is very difficult. When you are mentally get hurt, it's very painful. But it is unnecessary because no one around you to help. When you are start to feel mental pain, so then only you can get out of it. There's no one else help. So then try yourself and start to put a value on you in a different way, not related to the self-center. And you start to look the self-value like the freedom and living without pain. So that way, and little by little, and get out of the collective memory. And from there, slowly, you find the freedom to exist from this. Another thing is, in the vipassana level, and you always look for the impermanent. But in the conventional life, like for an ordinary person, suddenly you cannot see that. That's why in the beginning, with that self value or the self image, you cannot do it. So in the beginning, you have to first clean, and first you have to get healed. And from there, you go to Vipassana level, and then you recognize the impermanent of your own feelings, not someone else. Impermanency of your own feelings and unsatisfactory nature of your own feelings, not ideas. Just you observe, experience how the feelings change. And selflessness of your own feelings. See, that we again go to the self-image, because the feelings play a big role regarding this self-image. So the hurt also kind of like another way of feeling. So now in the Vipassana level, you see, it doesn't matter pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, all the feelings, selfless. When you are able to see that, there is no way you're going to get hurt. So otherwise, this hurt will happen in the samsaric journey. So then yourself. And that is something best that you can do to you. Get out of this mental pain and develop a very comfortable tranquility mind, and then transfer that mind to Vipassana practice, and there you will recognize how you can gain the liberation, rather than building a self-image and building walls and then protecting it and try to hold it and protect it and maintain it. So like that way, that it's going to become more painful. So then little by little, heal yourself first, and then make it stronger, and then usable your mind to go to Vipassana and see the impermanency, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.